But Jabba, bad luck today. 5-1 result, 5-0 result. How'd you see the game?
I thought our focus today was to atone, if that's the correct word, for last week. I thought the boys, G-Boss said it perfectly. Everything I wrote on the board today, they ticked off. So obviously I didn't write win the game, but for me it was getting this group together and playing together and encouraging and positivity, and I thought they did that really well against obviously strong opponent. I honestly, especially in the second half, I thought they defended deep enough. Obviously the first half they didn't. We let the ball go over the back, and that's where a lot of the goals came from, which was disappointing because to me they were kind of easy to stop. So we talked about that at half time, and obviously that they rectified that, which was really good. And I just didn't feel like it was a 5-0 game. Maybe the first half. I didn't feel the first half we deserved to be 4-0 down. Thought we had, I think one of the guys just said we had 5 shots and hit 1 post, and that you guys had 4 shots and scored 3. So, or 4, 5 and 4, something like that. I'm probably making it up. But so to their credit, the boys have really lifted from last week. Even though the results were worse, I thought they were on the right track again.
Funnily enough, it's probably the busiest game Nico, the keeper, the strikers keeper's had for a while, so that seems to affect that you did have some opportunities.
Yeah.
Injuries today?
Yeah, obviously George inexplicably fell over when the ball came across to Braden Mann. Obviously there was nothing in it, but he's done something to his ankle. He said he's done it a few times before. So we're hoping that it's not a long term, but obviously we've got to assume that it will be, and then we've got that hole to fill at the back just when they're starting to get it right at the back. But I think everyone else just saw Big Miles gave G-Boz a beautiful corky for his day's work, so he felt that, but I think everyone's alright.
And of the two coaches, you're probably the better dressed today. Comment on that?
I think the president of Devonport probably has to pull his finger out and make sure everything's run properly.
Quite right, thanks mate. Thanks boys. And Nico, 5-0 result at home today. How'd you see the game?
It wasn't a 5-0 game, and look, we finished some early on. Probably meant that our boys relaxed a little bit too much. I didn't think that I thought we were the better team, but I don't think it was by a lot. Clarence certainly put in a good performance today, I thought. Going in at 4-0 down, I've seen better teams capitulate from that point, but they didn't capitulate. Like they said, they'd sorted a few things out and kept us to 1 goal in the second half. Having said that, it's pretty comfortable when you're 4-0 up, and it's never play with any great urgency when you've got that sort of a lead. So we did it pretty easy in the end, but certainly we know that we've been in a contest.
A couple of subs at the end of the game, are they injury related or were they just strategic?
No, I'm just trying to get Sav's quota up. I had to talk him into the last 2, I think. He doesn't overly like making a sub, but we need to probably see what impact Chris McKenna can have off the bench every now and then. So that's what we did today. We changed the formation a little bit to see how that would work. They weren't injury related subs. I think most of the boys pulled through the game okay. Bo Blizzard obviously missed today, and I'm not sure he'll be right for a week or 2 yet. So we need to try a few things and see where we are. Wixie came on with no impact this time. It was very disappointing. Can't score a goal in 5 minutes every game, I suppose, but he's enthusiastic. Kenny did a few good things when he came on, so no injuries from our regard out of today's game.
Talk about playing style. There's been a perception, particularly early on, when coaches and experts have tried to brand your game. Would it be fair to say you've added a few different dimensions to that now?
So I guess Sav came in and had his basic set up and drilled that into us in the pre-season, but then there's always nuances with other teams and how other teams play. So even though we've got a bit of a style happening, as most people are happy to comment on. I think we can adapt in certain areas. It's just that we've probably had one game only where we needed to adapt, and that hasn't happened. Every other game we've been pretty solid and not needed to do anything too drastic. Obviously against Olympia in the first round and South Hobart in the first round, we went in with a specific tactic to beat those, and we got the job done. So I'm sure no one's commenting too much on Sav's ability to coach when we keep winning. So the win's the important thing.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.